Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Alan and Bob, welcome back. You were on the show last time. We give everyone 2 chances to reach our Pointless final, and today this is your last chance. Can you remind us how you two know each other?
We are father and son.
Father and son, and how did you get on last time?
It was a disaster. Couldn't be any worse.
You were out first round.
We were.
We bombed very quickly on a lack of knowledge.
You're going to atone for that this afternoon, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed.
Very best of luck. Garfield and Courtney, welcome back. You were on the show last time. Today is your last chance to reach the final. Remind us how you two know each other.
We know each other from secondary school. We've known each other for years and years and years. We look young, but...
but beneath those youthful faces lies an age of mutual general knowledge. Well, welcome back to the show, and very best of luck. I hope you do better than you did last time. I hope you do.
Definitely.
And welcome to the show, Vicky and Matt. How do you two know each other?
We work together at the University of Sheffield. We've worked together for about 5 years now.
5 years. Very good. Best of luck this afternoon. And welcome back, Jill and Bex.
Oh.
Remind us how you two know each other.
We're mother and daughter. Brilliant.
Brilliant. You are brilliant, and I hope you get a chance to dazzle this afternoon. OK, well, we'll find out more about you throughout the show. There is one final person I must introduce, the man with all the facts and figures, my pointless friend, Richard.
I am.
You're not really pointless, obviously, just for the purposes of the show you are.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. A great show today. We've got some pretty tough questions actually lined up, but I think we've got some very, very good teams here. We've got 3 returning pairs. We've got Jill and Bex, who, of course, in the last show got through to the head-to-head. Bob and Alan, I think, have got something to prove to themselves, if nothing else. And Courtney and Garfield are rather secretly confident. So I would say very, very best of luck, Vicky and Matt. Very best of luck to everybody at home.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we've asked all our questions on Pointless to 100 people before the show. To stay in the game, our players need to score as few points as possible, and they do that by giving obscure answers that as few of those 100 people gave as possible. Now, the thing everyone's looking to do is find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, they will add £250 to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot, would you believe it, starts off at £10,500. So, let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, and you have to be careful, because if anyone gives me an incorrect answer, then this will happen. And we don't want that, because you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, guys, the first category this afternoon is movies. OK, you have to decide in your pairs who's going to go first and who's going to go second. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what our first question's going to be. So we gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Tom Hanks movies as they could. Tom Hanks movies. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any feature film made for cinema release for which Tom Hanks receives an acting credit. As always, we're not looking for short films, documentaries, TV films, anything that hasn't been released, and nothing where he plays himself. Voice performances do count. There are 38 Tom Hanks films on this list.
And a few of them pointless. OK, Alan and Bob, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first. The name of a Tom Hanks movie. The more obscure,
many
the
to
better.
choose from, Alexander, but we will have a go with Castaway.
Castaway. Castaway. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Castaway. Well, it's good. Not bad. 29. 29 of them said Castaway. Not a bad score. Richard, Castaway.
Yeah, released in 2003, Tom Hanks crashes on a desert island.
I thought you were going to say Tom Hanks grows a massive beard, which he did as well.
Yeah, he crashes on a desert island and grows a massive beard, in that order, if I remember the film right. He had to put on a lot of weight to do the film, and then they had to stop filming for several months as he lost all that weight to film the end of the film.
Wow.
Much like you and I.
Well, before this series.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Richard. So, Garfield. Now, you had a tough time last time as well.
Bit of a poor show last time, Alex.
Oh, you did. It was a sports question. Football team.
Yes.
Dear,
Dear, oh dear.
oh
Bad
dear,
news.
oh dear. We're looking for a Tom Hanks movie.
Okay, right. I'm going to go for the Polar Express.
Oh, very good. Polar Express. Fantastic. Let's see how many people said Polar Express. Down it goes. Oh, it's very good. Oh, look at that. Fantastic, Garfield. That gives you a score of 2. Richard, Polar Express. How's that?
It's sort of a weird kind of semi-animated film, isn't it? Tom Hanks plays lots and lots of characters. He plays, I think, Father Christmas and Scrooge and Train Conductor, various other things. So a really, really good answer.
Well, now, Vicky, welcome. Welcome to the show. Your first chance to go onto our points board. You work at Sheffield University.
I do, yes.
What do you do there?
I'm a research technician.
So, science?
Science, yes.
Narrow it down to that. Which field of science?
Molecular biology.
Molecular biology. See, that's just terrifying, isn't it?
It is.
That's biology right down at micro level. Very good. I'm just dazzling you with my science here. Do you find time, though, between looking at slides to look at any Tom Hanks films? That's what we're going to have to find out.
A few, yes. Unfortunately, Garfield said what I had in mind.
No. Oh, that happens on this game all the time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll find an even better one, maybe even a pointless one. You can add 250 quid to our jackpot. What are you going to say?
I'm going to go with big.
Big. Very good. Well, let's hope big scores small for you. Let's see how many people said that. Well, that scored you 47. Not bad. Richard, big.
It's a massive movie in the 80s. Everyone loves it, which I think is why it scored quite so many points.
Very good. Well, let's see how our remaining pair do. Bex.
Yes.
Cole, what are you going to give me?
I'm going to go with Green Mile. Is that
Green Mile.
Green Mile?
Excellent. I'll take Green Mile. Let's see what that scored you. It's good. It's very good. Well done, Bex. That has scored you 23. An impressive low score there. Richard, Green Mile.
Yeah, The Green Mile. It's based on the Stephen King novel of the same name, and he plays a prison guard on death row.
Sounds fun. Very good. Well, it's done very well for Bex. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores. Well, now, quite a wide-ranging scoreboard there. Vicky and Matt looking a little bit dangerous there on 47. It's not a terrible score, but I'm afraid you are out in front conspicuously. At the other end of the field, Garfield and Courtney looking fantastic there on 2. So nearly a pointless answer there, Garfield. Fantastic. You've excelled yourself. Keep that up and you'll definitely be through to the next round. OK, well, we're going to come back down the line now. So could the second players please take their places at the podium. So, Jill, we're looking for Tom Hanks movies.
Right.
I'm trying to read your expression. Is that a
It's
a
one
masterful...
of absolute fear.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know if this is a Tom Hanks film. But I'll go for it, shall I?
Well, it's the only way we'll find out.
OK then, Xander.
What's it going to be?
Worth waiting for. It's Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle. Well, you're on 23. You're in the sort of middle of the field. You need to be scoring 23 or less to avoid overtaking our high scorers at the moment at 47, Matt and Vicky. There's your red line. If you come below that, you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sleepless in Seattle. Oh, it's good. Very good. What's that? Is that an air double bass you're playing there? It's good. Very good. Well done. Well done. That takes your total up to 40. Richard.
Yeah, Sleepless in Seattle, another classic. He's made a lot of good films, Tom Hanks, hasn't he?
Great movie and a great score for Jill. Well done. Now, Matt, the pressure is on you. This is baptism by fire. Have you got one?
I think so. I'm delving back into his 80s back catalogue.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I think this is quite obscure.
Good. That's very good.
Okay.
OK, delve, Matt. What's it going to be?
Joe versus the volcano.
That's got pointless written all over it. Joe versus the volcano. That's fantastic. You have to score, obviously, as low as possible. You have the highest score. Let's see how many people said Joe versus the volcano. Oh, look at that. That's a very impressive low score. That takes your total up to 51. You are still the front runners, but the game's not over yet. Richard, Joe versus the volcano.
Yeah, another very good answer. This is actually the first film where he starred with Meg Ryan. Sleepless in Seattle being the second one. Plays a character with 5 months to live. Although, strangely, it is a comedy. So, it really is.
Excellent. Oh, I must watch that. Courtney. Now, look, you're down there on 2. A fantastic low score. You've now got to make up. You've got a weak core. Garfield's fantastic low score. How good are your Tom Hanks?
Well, to tell you the truth, Alexander, all of the ones that I thought about have been mentioned. But I'm going to try and take a shot at it and see Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. OK, there's your red line. You are currently the low scorers on 2. To avoid becoming the high scorers, you have to score 48 or less. Let's see how many people said Saving Private Ryan. Oh, it's good. Very good. That scores you 37, taking your total up to 39. Great news for you, bad news for Matt and Vicky now. Feeling a little bit exposed there. But Richard, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, a Spielberg movie from '98. It was very popular. People did know it, but fortunately for Courtney, just few enough to keep him in the game.
OK, now, Alan, 51 is the high score. You have to score 21 or less with that.
I'll say The Money Pit.
The Money Pit.
Yeah.
OK, you are currently on 29. You have to score 21 or less with that to get below the red line and guarantee yourselves a place in the next round. Let's see how many people said The Money Pit. It's good. You're through. Look at that. Well done. Well, that scored you 4, taking your total up to 33 and ensuring you a place in the second round. Very, very good. Richard, The Money Pit.
It's with Shelley Long. It's about a couple renovating a house and just got you through to the next round.
So that's the end of round 1, and the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Vicky and Matt. Such bad luck. However, everyone gets 2 shots at it, so we will see you again next time. But, Richard, what should they have said if they wanted to stay in the game?
Well, there were 9 pointless answers, so well done if you've got any of these at home. There's a few quite well-known films, actually. A League of Their Own, that he was in with Madonna and Gina Davis, about an all-female baseball league. Elvis Has Left the Building, which I think is less well-known. Kim Basinger plays a cosmetic saleswoman who serially murders Elvis impersonators. The Bonfire of the Vanities, which I was going to say is a famously unsuccessful film, but it's actually an unfamously unsuccessful film. Let's have a look at some more. Punchline, That Thing You Do, which is the only film Tom Hanks wrote. That's a pointless film, sorry, Tom. Every Time We Say Goodbye, 3 more. Nothing in Common, Volunteers, and the inaptly titled The Great Buck Howard. All of those were pointless. Let's take a look at the worst answers you could have given, the most popular Tom Hanks films. Courtney, you've already given us the 3rd highest, which was Saving Private Ryan. Vicky, you very kindly gave us the 2nd highest, which was Big. And anybody, the most popular Tom Hanks film? Forrest Gump is the most popular Tom Hanks film. Would have got you 53 points. OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. OK, Vicky and Matt, I'm afraid you just didn't have that pointless Tom Hanks knowledge you needed to make it through to the next round. But remember, everybody gets a second chance. So we will see you next time for your last chance to get through to the pointless final. But thanks so much for playing. You've been great. Thank you. However, for the remaining 3 pairs, it's time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs make it through to the head-to-head, so one team is going to be disappointed. You just need to make sure it's not you. Now, the category for the second round is musical instruments. OK, can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And the person going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many stringed instruments as they could. Richard, stringed instruments? Yeah, sometimes my explanations are quite complicated, but this one is any musical instrument which produces a sound by means of vibrating strings. OK. As it's a new series, we've changed things a bit. In round 2, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. Now, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but do be careful. There's also at least 1 incorrect answer among the 7. Pick one of those and you'll score the maximum of 100 points, which you don't want. Now, the first set of 7 answers are zither,
cello, timpani, banjo, balalaika, theremin, sitar. OK, we are looking for stringed instruments among that lot. Bob, how does that list strike you?
Well, I'm not of a musical bent one way or the other. I think there's about 2 there that I've actually seen before. But we'll have a stab at the old Russian job, the balalaika.
The Russian Job. Is that a Tom Hanks film? You're going to go with balalaika. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said balalaika. Well, it's correct. Oh, it's good and low. Look at that, Bob. Look at that. Hey! It's pointless. Fantastic. And that adds another 250 quid to today's jackpot, which means it now stands at an obscene £10,750. Well done, Bob. Very good. Well, that means your score is 0. Richard, balalaika.
Yeah, as Bob and you said, it is the Russian Job. It's a 3-stringed, triangular-bellied instrument.
So, Garfield, over to you. Now, remember, there could be more than one pointless answer in there. We are looking for stringed instruments.
OK, I'm going to go with my instinct on this one. I'm going to go for sitar.
Sitar. OK, you're going to go for sitar. Let's see how many people said that. Well, it's good. Oh, very good. Sitar scores you 13 points. Sitar, Richard.
Yeah, sitar, very good, very popular in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. The Beatles famously used them a lot as well under the tutelage of Ravi Shankar. And you get very small ones as well, which are called baby sitars.
Very good. Well, they're about £5.60 an hour. Very good. Good score, Garfield. 13. You're still the front runner, though, after that pointless from Bob. But Jill might change all that. Jill, we are looking for stringed instruments. And you have got 5 left to choose from.
I'm going to go for, oh, crikey O'Reilly. I'm going to go for no nagging back, zither. The first one.
Zither. You know what a zither is?
No.
No?
Sounds a bit stringy to me. I can go on.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Zither. OK.
I will now.
OK, zither. There we are. You're going to go for zither. Let's hope it's obscure enough. Let's see how many people said zither. Oh, it's good. Hey! It's very good. Look at that. Lovely low score. 5. Great news for you. Not such good news for Garfield and Courtney, who are looking pretty good on 13. But zither, well, you've pulled the rug out from under there. Zither, Richard.
Yeah, zither, it's a family of instruments. Anything where the strings are the same length as the soundboard is a zither. Actually, our teams here have given us the 3 best answers they possibly could. Banjo and cello, obviously stringed instruments. Banjo would have got you 39. Cello would have got you a whopping 72 points. And timpani and theremin are both incorrect answers. Timpani, of course, is a percussion instrument, and theremin is that weird space-age sci-fi thing that you play with your hands, move your hands across it.
OK, well, we are now halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. Alan and Bob, that's fantastic. Lovely, lovely low score there. Keep that up and you're definitely through to the next round. Garfield and Courtney, lovely low score there, but I'm afraid this is the second round with only 3 of you. You are the front runner, so you're going to have to really try and find an obscure answer, Courtney, on the next pass. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Right, OK, we're going to put another 7 answers up on the board. And here they come. We are looking for stringed instruments. Gravitron, mandolin, viol, ukulele, violin, hurdy-gurdy, and harp. OK, Bex. Okay, remember, we're looking for stringed instruments. And again, I have to tell you that there is at least 1 pointless answer in there. Okay. And at least 1 incorrect answer. So be careful. Try and find an obscure one, but not so obscure it's wrong.
I'm going to go with mandolin. Is that mandolin?
That's your answer, mandolin. Mandolin. OK, you are pretty low scorers on 5. Obviously, you're the first people to answer on the second half of this round, so to be absolutely certain of being in the next round, you have to come below this red line here to avoid becoming the high scorers. You've said mandolin. Let's see how many of our 100 people said mandolin. Well, it's good. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. That takes your score up to 16. You are currently the front runners, but the other 2 teams have yet to answer. Now, remember, Courtney. There is at least 1 pointless answer on that board and at least 1 incorrect answer. See if you can find out that pointless answer. We're looking for stringed instruments.
I'm laughing, but it's a nervous laugh. It's an indecisive laugh. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the top one.
You're going to go for gravitron. Gravitron. Well done, going for the gravitron. You had to take a risk. You had to. You have to score 2 or less with this answer. There is your red line, right down there on the floor. Maybe gravitron is the instrument that will get you down there. Let's see if it's a correct answer, and if it is, how many people said that? Sadly, Courtney, that is an incorrect answer. And that takes your score up to 113. You are now, I'm afraid, definitely going to be leaving at the end of this round. I'm so sorry. Richard, gravitron.
Yeah, gravitron. You know the ride in a fairground that spins around very quick and pins you to the wall? Yeah, that, my friends, is a gravitron.
Does it...
And it's too big to pack in a flight case, isn't it?
Bad luck. Now then, there's another pointless in there. You got a pointless on the first pass, Alan and Bob. There's at least 1 pointless in there.
Yeah. I'm going to rule out the harp, because that's, although it's not a popular instrument, it's one that everybody knows has strings, and I'll rule out the violin for sure. I'm not sure about a viola. I've heard of a viola, but I don't know if it's the same thing or if that's a red herring in there. I'll go for ukulele.
You're going to go for the ukulele. OK, well, I mean, you're definitely through to the next round, so why not take a bit of a punt? Maybe see if this is a pointless answer. Let's see how many people said that. Well, that scores you 25 points, which is good enough to see you through to the next round. So, Richard, ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele, of course, is a stringed instrument, but there are 2 pointless answers up there. So 2 things which have strings. The hurdy-gurdy is a stringed instrument. Would have got you £250. Well done if you got that at home. And well done also if you got the viol, which is a violin with a bit knocked off. Harp, of course, would have got you plenty of points, would have got you 61. And the violin, of course, would have got you the most of all, 95 points.
Thanks, Richard. Well, so at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Garfield and Courtney. Gravitron, you see, that was a good sort of punt to take, though, and it could have been right. Sadly, that means you will be leaving us now, but and I'm afraid this is your second and final chance on the show. But it's been wonderful having you on. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
A big hand for them, please. Been great contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So well done, you've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, look, only 1 pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands, should you have forgotten, at £10,750. Now, you're going head-to-head on up to 5 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just 1 answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair to win that question. And the first pair to win 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. OK, let's play Pointless. OK, here's your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many British host cities of Eurovision as they could. British host cities of Eurovision, Richard?
Yep. 5 British towns or cities have hosted the Eurovision Song Contest in its history. All you have to do is find the most obscure one.
OK, Jill and Bex, because you've played best so far throughout the show, you get to go first. Very best of luck. We are looking for British host cities of Eurovision. What are you going to go for?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we
OK, you've come up with some sort of answer.
Yeah, we're pretty clueless on this one,
yeah,
to be
as
honest.
usual. We say this the whole time,
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
say
They're pretty
this the whole
clueless on
time, yeah.
Eurovision too, I should think. So,
Yeah.
Don't watch it. So we're just gonna...
Yeah.
We're just gonna go for a big sort of city.
Yes, yeah.
Big
We're just gonna
conurbation.
guess, and
Go
we're
on.
gonna say Manchester.
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 Yeah, because...
OK, why not?
Yeah,
5
why
cities.
not?
Surely one of them should be Manchester.
Yeah, we think.
Surely.
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 It stands to reason. If not, then perhaps
Then
they should.
Yeah.
Next time we win. So sometime in the year 3000, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
OK, Manchester has gone. You have a choice of God knows how many other cities. But what's it going to be?
I think I'm still inkling on Belfast.
It's really hard.
It's been won in Ireland.
OK, right.
not
We're
acknowledged.
we're
Sorry,
working
yeah.
with difference of opinion here. I think we'll play a wee bit safer
Yeah,
and go with Birmingham.
very good. The Midlands are well
Yeah.
served. OK, we have Manchester, yellow, which is Jill and Bex, saying Manchester, and Alan and Bob in blue saying Birmingham. Let's see how Jill and Bex did with Manchester. None!
Surprised.
We could be the same one.
Not Manchester. OK, well, let's see if Birmingham is a correct answer, and if it is, how many of our 100 people said it? It was correct. Well, you've won the point. Can you get a pointless? No, sadly not. But that's good enough. It's 1-0 to Alan and Bob. Richard, Manchester, Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham was the most recent British city to host it in 1998, which was won by Dana International. And 4 other towns and cities have hosted the Eurovision Song Contest. Let's take a look at what they are. The best answer you could have given would have got you 1 point was Harrogate, and Harrogate held it in 1982. Brighton held it in the 70s. That's when ABBA won with Waterloo. They won in Brighton. Edinburgh and London has held it 4 times. So well done anyone who got all 5 of those.
OK, as we go into our second question, it is 1-0 to Alan and Bob. Come on, Jill and Bex, come on. Here's our second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words of the abbreviation GNVQ. Richard,
Yeah, we're
words
looking
of
for-
the abbreviation GNVQ.
We're looking essentially, there's obviously 4 words make up the abbreviation GNVQ. Not everyone knows what all of those words are, so which is the most obscure of those words of GNVQ?
OK, this time it is Alan and Bob's turn to go first.
Right, fire away.
GNVQ.
Well, we think we know what it stands for. I'm not going to say in case we're wrong, though, but I will guess vocational.
Vocational.
Yes.
OK, you're going to go for vocational. So that's your punt on the letter V. Jill and Bex.
We think we know what it stands for as well, but we were going to go for that.
Hey, you could probably tell us what it stands for now.
Like general national vocational qualification, something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
What are you going to go for?
Oh, will it be
What do you think's more obvious, qualification or national?
it's national.
National.
You're going to go for national?
Sure.
Yeah.
OK, we've got vocational from the blue, and we've got national from the gold.
Yeah. Probably wrong again.
OK, Alan and Bob went for vocational. Let's see how many of our 100 people said vocational. Well, it's good. 64. OK. Oh, it's exciting. Now, Jill and Bex have gone for national. Let's see how many of our 100 people said national.
Probably, yeah.
Well, it's correct. Oh! 77. Oh, it's a high-scoring round, that one. So, 64 against 77. That's a nice low score for Bob and Alan. So that's 2-0 to them. Richard, GNVQ.
Yeah, you've learned something, you see.
Well, I have, but I've instantly
Can you
forgotten
repeat
it.
back, what is it? What's a GNVQ?
General National Vocational Qualification.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. What does GNVQ mean?
Oh, a GNVQ is sort of like a practical skills-based qualification. So the best answer you could have given, believe it or not, was general. That's the one that most people didn't know. Then vocational we've had, national we've had, and qualification would have been the worst answer of all. So I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson here today.
We certainly have. Thank you so much for that, Richard. Right, now, Jill and Bex, I need hardly remind you. You get this one wrong,
Yeah.
then
We're out of here.
no number of GNVQs are going to help you out. Yeah, this is Alan and Bob. They are one correct answer away from the final, and they're shot at £10,750. Oh, it's very exciting. OK, right, let's look at our next question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many bones in the leg as they could. Richard.
We're looking for anything between the ankle and the hip, 4 bones in the human leg, and we're looking for the scientific names of them.
OK, so not the nickname.
Not the nicknames.
OK, Jill and Bex, anything could happen. You could steal it at the last minute.
You could.
And it's your turn to go first.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit me. Not
Very
literally,
hard.
with one of your leg bones.
Okay, let's have a quick whisper. Yeah, go for it, Bex.
We're going to go for tibia.
Tibia.
Yes.
You're going to say tibia.
Yes.
Very good. I like it. Alan and Bob.
You've got your shin bone, you've got your fibia, and you've got your kneecap, which is your, I don't know whether it's patella or not.
I think we should go with that.
Is that a bone? Does that count as a bone in your leg?
Of course it is. You get them replaced and get plastic ones.
Yeah, I think it's...
It's got to be a bone.
Right, go with patella then.
Yeah, we'll have a shot at that.
Patella.
Patella, I think is your
Patella
kneecap.
for the kneecap. Posh
patella
word for the kneecap.
sounds good. OK, well, we're going to go with tibia first. You have to get this to stay in the game.
Yes.
Tibia has to do it for you.
Yeah.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said tibia. Okay, tibia has scored you 43. Is it good enough? Alan and Bob, this could land you in the final. Patella. Let's see how many of our 100 people said patella, and if indeed it is a correct answer. It's correct. Needs to be lower than 43. It is lower than 43. Down it goes. 15. Well, that is 3-0 to Alan and Bob. That's a comprehensive knockout. Richard, patella.
Yeah, the patella or kneecap, that's the best answer you could have given in this round, and I'm afraid that the tibia or shin bone is the worst answer you could have given in this round. There are 2 other bones in your leg. Check, if you don't believe me. There's the femur, which is the thigh bone, it's the longest bone in your body, and the fibula, which is also in your lower leg.
Very good. Well, now you see them all up there, Jill and Bex.
Yeah.
Any others you wish you'd gone for? Well, obviously, nothing was going to beat patella.
No, we only
No.
knew the top 3, and I was going to go for femur, but we went for we would have lost anyway, basically.
Oh,
We didn't remember
dear.
patella.
Well, the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid,
Yeah.
is Jill and Bex. You've been fantastic contestants. 2 head-to-heads.
Yeah.
Very good. You've done very well indeed.
Yeah.
Sadly, the subjects you wanted just didn't come up
No.
in these,
No,
in these head-to-heads. Your
didn't, no.
pointless knowledge has been stretched, but you have done fantastic well. You've come so close twice now.
Thank you.
You've been fantastic contestants. Thanks very much. Big hand.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank
Thanks, guys. Good luck. Good luck.
But for Alan and Bob, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Alan and Bob. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. And now you have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at an impressive and indeed record-breaking £10,750. That'll do. You'd make pointless history if you won that. The rules are simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. We've had one pointless answer on the show today, which Bob gave. You just need to find another one now. It's all you have to do. Now, first, you have to choose a category from these 3 options. Your options are the Winter Olympics, Pop Divas, or British Walks. Winter Olympics, pop divas, or British walks? Alan, which of those pounces out at you?
Pop divas is definitely
That's
the
women,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's women pop people. It's definitely the one that.
Sounds to
don't
me
get
like
men
Alan,
divas, do you?
Alan,
But-
you're going to
but
be
it
leading the charge
it
on
could
that
be
one.
a Whitney. It could be like name some Whitney Houston songs or name some Beyonce songs. It could be name a pop diva. I think we would have a half chance with the Winter Olympics. I think we've got a better knowledge, hopefully, on pop divas, so that would give us the best chance to win. So I think we've got to play safe and go with that.
Pop divas. You're going to go with
so.
that. Bob,
So
Yeah,
how much help are you going to be on this one?
I'll just do what I'm told, yes.
Very good. Alan, you got a lot of telling, I think, possibly. OK, let's see what the question is going to be. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Whitney Houston top 40 singles as they could. Just like you said. Richard, Whitney Houston top 40 singles.
Yeah, any single released by Whitney that's entered the UK top 40 charts, either just by herself or by herself with other artists. There are 32 possible answers here and many, many pointless answers. Best of luck.
OK, you have 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. Up to 1 minute. If you come up with 3 you're happy with, you can stop the clock. Your minute starts now.
right, she's just come back with a song. Depends when people got asked this question. If people got asked this question before she had that song out.
Well, let's go historical.
Wait, whoa, hang on a minute. If she got asked this question, if they got asked this question before her recent song came out, they may not have said it.
In this case, it'll not be up there, and it'll be
But it's-
next.
No, but it answers it. But it falls
she-
within.
okay.
It falls within the parameters.
okay, go with that
So
as
she'd
one.
definitely do that. I know what that one's called.
Who's she done?
You can say it out loud, you can say it,
Yeah.
all the things.
That song, I believe, is called $1 Million Bill. So
$1 Million Bill.
$1 Million Bill.
What
OK.
about older stuff?
I want
25
to dance with
seconds.
somebody. The Bodyguard stuff's all a bit famous. Saving All My Love for You.
Yeah.
She sang. It's probably famous as well. I don't know. I don't have any of her
Obscure.
albums.
Do you not know of anybody that she sang compilations with? Duets with?
I'm struggling, man.
She sung with Bobby Brown, people like that.
No, she was married to Bobby Brown.
know.
She probably
5
sung one in the
seconds.
shower.
Probably sang with them in the shower, correct. Right, I'm in your court here.
OK, there's your minute. Give me 3 Whitney Houston songs.
Right. I'm going to have to go back to the start of the start of our sort of history, and hope people can't remember back that far. I'll say, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Want to Dance with Somebody,
Saving All My Love for You.
Saving All My Love for You,
And I think our best shot's going to be our most recent one, which will be $1 Million Bill.
$1 Million Bill. Now, that's your best shot. That's the one you have most confidence in.
I think so.
Yeah.
OK, we'll put that at number 3. What's the one you have least confidence in?
I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I Want to Dance with Somebody. We'll put that at number 1. OK, so I Want to Dance with Somebody, number 1. Saving All My Love for You at number 2. And $1 Million Bill at number 3. OK, we were looking for Whitney Houston top 40 singles. Now, you said this is the one you were least confident in of your 3 choices. I Want to Dance with Somebody. This is your first of 3 shots at getting a pointless answer. That means none of our 100 people must have got this for you to get a pointless answer, for you to win that jackpot of £10,750. OK, let's see how many people said, I want to dance with somebody. Your first crack at the jackpot. We are looking for a pointless.
Come on, come on.
That's where they stop. Yeah, they say.
There it goes. Not bad. Very good. Oh! 14. So 14 of our 100 people said, I want to dance with somebody. Well, that's lower than I was expecting.
Me too.
That's good. Well, this bodes very well. That was the one you had least faith in. Looking very good for your other 2. OK, that's 1 chance gone. That obviously wasn't a pointless answer. We have 2 more chances of getting a pointless answer to win that £10,750. Let's go with your second answer. We were looking for Whitney Houston top 40 singles. Your second answer is Saving All My Love for You. Now, this has to be a pointless answer. It's your second of 3 shots at the jackpot. It has to be pointless for you to win that £10,750. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Saving All My Love for You.
Come on this time.
Chance.
£10,750 at stake here. Down it goes. Look at that. Down it goes. Look at that. 3. Oh-ho.
Can't believe.
Only 3 people had Saving All My Love for You. This is
Can't
looking
believe that.
very good for your
Mildly
last...
excited there.
So did I.
Yeah.
You're about that far away from 10,007, nearly 11 grand.
That's a chunk of change.
There. Yeah, that is. Okay, this is your last chance at our historically high jackpot. This could be pointless history in the making here. £10,750. You've already found one pointless in this game, Bob. Maybe you found another. We are looking for Whitney Houston top 40 singles. You said this was the answer you had the most faith in. $1 million bill. Come on.
Oh, we're in.
Come on.
Down it goes.
Don't make it up.
Oh, it's exciting. Look at this. Down it goes. £10,750. Oh, no! Oh, no!
That's so unlucky, man.
I know.
That is so unlucky. I
bear,
thought that was
hard to
going
bear.
all the way down.
Yeah.
3 of our 100 people happen to know $1 million bill. Oh, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot of £10,750, which rolls over to the next show. But you've been amazing contestants, and you do get to take home our fabulous pointless trophy. Oh, dear, bad luck.
Thank you.
So close. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I really thought you got it there. Can you think of other Whitney Houston songs?
I'm really
now
struggling other than the totally famous ones.
Yeah.
I'm racking my brains, and you see it on the people saying this all the time, but my memory is blank for other Whitney Houston songs.
Well, let's see what you should have said. Richard,
Yeah.
what are the other singles?
There were 14 pointless answers, 11 of which were top 20 hits. Houston, we have a problem remembering your songs. Let's take a look at the pointless answers. There are a huge number of them. Queen of the Night, Run to You, What You Looking At?
Never heard that.
Exhale, Shoop Shoop. Count on Me.
Never heard of any of those.
No.
Could I Have This Kiss Forever? Xander. All the Man That I Need, Xander. Heartbreak Hotel, If I Told You That. Geez, all of these are top 40 hits.
Wow.
All of them. Something in Common. My Name Is Not Susan. I Believe in You and Me. All of these would have won you nearly 11 grand. I learned from the best. However, she said it best herself. It isn't, it wasn't, it ain't ever going to be. Sorry, guys.
Never mind.
Dear.
Never
Any
heard
of those ring a bell?
No, none at all.
Yeah, well done. There you are. You can hold your heads up high. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Alan and Bob, but you've been fantastic contestants. Thank you both very much for playing.
Indeed.
So nobody has won our jackpot today, so it rolls over again, which means on the next show we will be playing for, wait for it, £11,750. Well, join us next time to see if someone can win it on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.